Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. As you know, about a week and a half ago, just over a week ago, I started promoted listings and it set my business on fire. So today I want to go over the numbers of how that affected my business, 5 things that you want to be doing if you are thinking about doing promoted listings, and what else am I going to go in there? I think I will also go into what sold. We've got 26, I think 26, 27 items to go over for the weekend. So we're going to throw that in here too. But let's go over to promoted listings and how this can throw your business to the moon. Let's go. All right, you guys. So yes, I want to go over the numbers of how promoted listings has absolutely skyrocketed my business. There were lots of comments on the last video. So the biggest number one question is it worth it? And yes, it's worth it for me. And I say this in all my videos that what I am showing you works for me. Will it work for you? Not 100%. So today I have 5 things that you want to do and think about before you do promoted listings. Ways that you can really see if it's worth it to you to do those promoted listings. And I also want to go over the big mind-blowing thought that eBay changed how they are pricing all of these promoted listings and how they are charging you for these promoted listings. And boy, did this start something, because everyone was telling me about another influencer, another YouTuber that was saying they do it one way that was the opposite of how I was saying. So you guys, I called eBay today and I have answers on that as well. So first, let's go into my total sales. I had to write this all down for you, right? So just, let's see, total sales of just the last week. 1 week alone, 7 days is what I told eBay to show me. In 7 days, we had 78 sales. Like, are you kidding me? That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, a normal week, 30 maybe 40 if I was pushing it, but no, there's days throughout the week it's like 2 or 3 things. Some days are 4 things. Weekends, yes, 10 to 20 things, but 78 in 1 week, unbelievable. And then the total sales were $5,200, 5,234. Then it's saying the net, so then the total fees were $1,554, net $33.41. Hubby's going to put a lot of these numbers up here, but that means the total fees, $1,554, was the eBay and shipping fees, okay? All these fees are not just going to be because of promoted listings, you guys. It's also normal eBay fees. We pay these every day. You are a reseller, you are selling on eBay, you will pay fees, period. The promoted ad fee is what they call it in the listing, $435. You guys, if I'm going to have a $5,000 weekend and pay $500, I'll even round up. That's 10%. Okay, yes. Thank you, eBay. Here's a tip. 10% of those kind of sales. So I'm like, all right, how amazing was that week? So then I'm like, let's look at how the whole month looked. Let's just go just to February. We've got a short month. It was 28 days. Today's the 1st because it's Sunday night. So just in those 28 days, 186 sales. Which, I mean, all right, that seems like a really good number, right? Because January, I had 138 sales. So, yes, that's huge. And usually January comparing to February, not usually that big. March is when they do start picking up because of tax returns. Sometimes February, you'll see some increase, but not that much. There's no way you're increasing that much. So February, the gross, am I saying that right? The gross sales were $12,947 minus fees, okay, $3,500. That was the eBay side. That's the side that no matter what, I was going to pay $3,500. Then we had an additional $531. So yes, if we look at just last week, it was $430. For the whole month of February, $530, because there were other items I had listed, promoted in the past. I wasn't promoting regularly anymore. That's why there's still a few random things out there that were selling promoted, and it's just what it is. I'm not going to remove it. It just took a minute. So $530 in eBay sales, or in promoted listing, sorry, $530 in promoted listing made it $8,600 in net. Okay, of course, you guys, that's not what I get to keep. There's other costs that go with the business. Cost of good, extra shipping is part of that 3,500. Taxes, I mean, come on. I did not get to make that whole amount. But these are the eBay totals. So these are the numbers that you're going to get on your eBay reports every month. So then we go back and I compare it to January. So like I said, it was 138 compared to the 186. So 9,240 was the gross. So we are about 3,000 less. 2,300 in fees, that's normal, to 6,200 net. Again, January made about 2,000 less, 2,400 less than what February made. So it's just to show you guys. Then we go back to December. That's a peak season. December, that's Christmas time. That's when sales are the highlight Super Bowl of reselling. We had an 11,733 gross month. February was 12,900. So to say that February was $1,200 more than December, you guys, something is working. Something is working. We had 3,000 in fees, 7,800 in net sales. So you guys, yes, it is working 100%. So I think the biggest takeaway here, you guys, is I know so many people watch a lot of influencers out there, and there's going to be mixed information because we all can say what we want to say. But when I am showing you my channel and I am showing you different things that work for my business, I'm doing it because it works for my business. I'm not doing it to get clicks. I'm not doing it to gain followers. I'm not doing it to make a best friend. I'm doing it to help you guys to see what is working now. And I know there's a lot of people that watch my channel that are starting out either as a new reseller, or they are like, oh, I've been doing this for years, but I took a break. Let's come back and do it. Like, I have such a range of people that watch my channel that I want to bring you the most value of things that can help you out in your business. And giving you real numbers is the best thing that I can do for you. There's no reason to sugarcoat it. I wouldn't go out here and someone's like, oh, well, what if you're lying about how much you're promoting so that you can say you're promoting it 5%, but you're actually promoting it at 10% so that Johnny comes on and promotes it at 3% and you're still going to win. Do I really have time to do that? No, I'm doing this because it helps you. And the chances of us selling the same things, it's slim. Come on, how many things are on eBay? Millions of items. And sure, we both get the same camera, or we both get the same blender, or whatever it is that we're selling. It's okay. And I don't know. I just want to make sure that you guys know that I'm doing this to help you, and I enjoy doing it. I love doing this and showing you guys the tips and tricks of how I get my business to boost in hopes that it helps you boost yours. Okay. So before we do that, so we went over the sales. Then the other part that I wanted to talk about was 5 things to do to your promoted listings before you do promoted listings, I should say. 5 things to do before you do promoted listings. All right. So again, notes. I needed notes. Okay. So we've got a lot of notes on my phone. Okay. Before we do this, I also wanted to go over the number one thing that came up in the last video. And it was about eBay promoted listings fees. Okay. So the fees situation is that whenever somebody buys something on your promoted listing, you will pay that fee. Whatever the percentage you have put to promote your listing, whether it's 3% to 15%, that's what you will pay for that item selling to that person. You guys, everyone was going back and forth and saying, no, it's no matter who it was. If somebody clicked on it, but then somebody else comes in and buys it, you're still going to pay the fee. Yes and no. The only time that would happen is if they both clicked on your promoted listing. They both, Johnny and Susie, go to page 1 and see your promoted listing at the top, and they both click it, and then they're just racing to buy the item. Yes, Johnny clicks on it, but then Johnny leaves for a week, comes back and says, oh, I still want it. Johnny goes to buy it without clicking promoted. It will still charge you the fee. Same with Susie. Susie clicked on your promoted listing, leaves, comes back, buys it because she already clicked once on the promoted listing. She created that cookie. Then yes, it will charge the fee. What I said in the last video is 100% fact, okay? When Johnny clicks on your promoted listing, Johnny leaves. Johnny is no longer interested. He wanted a different color, different size, different whatever. He's not interested. Susie is scrolling through eBay and your listing shows up on page 2. It is not the promoted listing. It is, what is it? In the wild, okay? It is a regular organic listing. Regular listing, not promoted, but it's your item. Yes, you've promoted it. Yes, it's up on top of page 1. Yes, but Susie bought it on page 2. It was not the promoted listing. You will not be charged the fee. Period. Period. You will not be charged the fee unless Susie already clicked on a promoted and then left and then came back and went to page 2 and bought your item. Yeah, it's still going to charge you the fee. Susie never touched a promoted listing. You will never be charged a fee because Susie did not touch a promoted listing. I know, it sounds like I'm on like a tangent here, but you guys, I want to make sure it's clear that you understand how their fee works. I called eBay directly, okay? I was on their page. I clicked to talk to somebody. You have a little button that says, have us call you. Yes, please. Waited my 5 minutes and he called me. He proved, yes, 100%. I gave him every scenario and he said, no, if they are not clicking on your actual promoted listing, you will not be charged the fee. And I know this for a fact based on my sales today, okay? So I said last week I promoted everything. Everything was promoted. I've got a lot of inventory. I have reasons I need to get rid of things. I promoted everything, okay? I went on a wild goose chase here. So yes, every single item, 100% of my store is promoted. I have items that sold today that sold without a promoted fee. How could that be? How could that be if I'm going to pay a promoted fee on every single item in my store when I've got about, it was 3 last time I looked. I think it's 4 now. 4 of my 27 that I didn't pay a promoted listing fee. I know I'm going to be paying a promoted listing on 99% of my listings because that's the point of doing promoted. I want it to promote. I want it to sell. I'm okay paying those fees to eBay. But for the rare chance that that person did not buy it, and somebody else comes in and buys it from an organic listing, which they did, they had to have for it to not charge me that fee, I'm not going to pay the fee. So I know there's, like I said, there's another influencer, I don't remember who it was, and I'm not going to give him credit because it's not fact, but somebody commented with a reseller who was saying that it's all changed and eBay is now feeing everybody. That's not the case, you guys. And I wanted to come on here and make sure that I clarified that because when I called eBay, like I told them right away, like I've got a YouTube channel. I'm telling people this is how it is, but I'm being called out that it's not fact. I want to clarify it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I want to tell them I am wrong. I'm okay with being wrong. We all learn every day, but I want to make sure I'm giving you correct information. So yes, I wanted to talk to eBay and get it clarified. And he said, no, Jennifer, you are 100% right. We will not charge a promoted fee when the item sells without the promoted listing. Okay. Yes, the promoted listing's out there, but did this person buy it on that promoted? No. So you're not going to pay the fee. Okay. So yes, there's a higher chance it will sell with promoted. So be ready to pay a promoted fee. That's why you're promoting it. That's why this is funny that it was even an issue. If you're promoting your listing, you want it to sell promoted. You want it to sell fast. You want it to sell because it's on the first page. So why we have to argue about, are you paying the fee? Are you not paying the fee? Good chance you're going to pay the fee because it's doing what you want it to do. Right? Okay, so that was the biggest thing that I wanted to clear today. And then you guys, I have 5 things of why you want to do promoted listing, how you want to do promoted listing to make sure that it fits for you and your business. Because right now, like I said, I've got a lot of inventory. I want to sell things. I need to make room. I'm coming up on 5, at least 5 community sales in my area this weekend alone. I've got a pile of stuff still from the last 2 weeks that I need to get listed. I've got almost 1,000 items in my store. Do you think I have room to buy a car full of items and come in and get those in my store? No, I've got to make room. I've got to clear out this inventory, clear out the listed, to be listed pile, and make room for this amount of inventory. So the easiest way for me to do that is get rid of your old stuff. So the number one thing is, okay, so yes, that's why I do it. And that's why I said I promoted it at the high rate, going with the eBay suggested because that's what worked for me. Do you have to do that? No, there's other ways you can do it, 100%. So number 1 was make sure that your cost of goods was low. So again, that was another comment that people said, well, Jennifer, you get your stuff really cheap. Not everyone does. Fact. Then don't promote your stuff at 50%. Like you've got to you got to take some information kind of with a grain of salt. If it doesn't fit you, don't do that part. Okay, it's that simple. So yes, make sure your cost of good is low. If you are paying for the item too high, promoting it can be dangerous and you can lose money 100%. So then the next thing was number 2, make sure that you have old inventory. Do not do promoted listing if you're a brand new reseller with brand new hot items. You want to do this if you've got stuff in your store like I do that's 5 years old. It shouldn't even be in my store. It was 2 hairs from going over to the Goodwill. So sure, I'm going to go ahead and pay up to get it promoted and make a few bucks on each item before it still makes its way that I didn't sell to Goodwill. Because again, I've got a lot of stuff and I need to make room. So things were purchased in the past that I should not have bought. Lesson learned. Now let's get it out of here. I know how to make better choices now. Count those as a loss and move on. So yes, promoted listings works best when your goal is to move your items. Your goal is to be speed, not maximum profit. That is when you want to do promoted, okay? I am okay not making every single penny on every single item. So if your goal is to turn your inventory faster, your goal is to increase your sell-through rate, your goal is to create cash flow, promoted listings make sense. If your goal is to squeeze every penny out of every dollar, it's not for you. That's okay. Like there's so many ways to do this that not every way is going to fit to every single person. So you've got to pick what works for you. Number 4, make sure that your listing is strong, okay? You want to make sure that if you're paying to promote this thing, that it's going to work. Your title is correct, your photos are correct, your pricing is correct. Promoted is only going to push the traffic. It's not going to actually make or fix bad listings. And then number 5, start low on the ad rate. Okay, I know I said maximum eBay suggested top offer of the promoted listing. That's not for everybody. So the biggest thing is that you don't have to accept what eBay suggests. Starting lower than suggested and you can test it. So again, the new stuff, you don't have to promote it. Like, it's going to sell itself. It's new, it's hot. We know the sell-through rate is good. We're already good resellers. We know how to buy right. So we don't have to promote every single item. But again, I want to sell it fast. So I'm okay paying a few extra bucks to eBay to make that fast nickel over a slow dime. Let's see. And then you can always increase it if you need to. So if, say, I'm going to show you right now how I promote, how I set it up to promote. I've also got a couple other things I want to show you on my computer when you're setting up these promoted listings to make sure that you're setting them up correctly. But first I will show you on my new listings how to set it up as a promoted listing. So we'll do that too. But you can always increase your promoted amount. That's why they make it very simple. All right. Let's go ahead and turn on my screen recording. We will not do sound because I'm talking to you. Okay, so I just listed a couple things before recording. I've already listed it. I've already put it in my bin. And here we go. We're going to come up to my active listings. And here we've got, I'm going to go first with this little Bose player. I just listed this. It was $3 at Goodwill. I was up in Phoenix this weekend for my daughter's dance competition. And oh my gosh, they have so many thrift stores. I wish I could just spend a whole day going Goodwill to Goodwill. I think they are about 3 miles apart. It's crazy. We were over in the, where were we? Nope, not Glendale. Gilbert, Mesa, that kind of side. So it's like the east-ish side of Tucson, of Phoenix. Sorry, I'm in Tucson. East side of Phoenix. And where our hotel was, I put it into maps, and I kid you not, 10 Goodwills within like a 10-mile radius. Wow. But because I had my daughter, I had my sister, I only got to hit 3 of them. Sad face. But that's okay. So at this Goodwill, $3 for a Bose player? Come on. So here we have it. It was sold as is for parts. Didn't have a power cord. That's fine. Bose players sell all day for parts. Might work, might not work. That's in my listing. So here we go. We are going to go to promote it. If you can see at the top of each one of these listings that I have not promoted, these are ones I just listed like tonight, an hour ago. I'm going to go ahead and touch that promote it button. Okay. And it automatically fills in the eBay suggested rate, 11.8 in this one. Okay. You can change it. You can change it. That's not set. So click on the ad rate and you can choose how much you want to promote it. It's brand new. I just listed it. I know it's going to sell itself eventually, but I want to boost it. Why not? I'll pay you a couple extra pennies, eBay. Let's boost it because it is for parts. Let's get rid of it even faster. So I'm going to say 3% and go back. $20, ad rate 3%, promote my listing. You guys, it's that simple. Then I can come down here and this little eco whatever guy, I'm definitely not doing 12%. I know he's going to sell fast. So 3%. Let's just promote it anyway. Let's get it to the top of the list. Promote my listing. Again, I bought this stuff so cheap. That $150 digital magnifying glass, I paid $2 at my thrift store. I'm selling it for $150. So if I pay an extra 3% to eBay on top of the 12% they're going to take anyway, no brainer. I paid $2. If I paid $100 for that item, which I never would, but if I did by mistake, then no, I'm not even going to touch it promoted. I need every penny of that because I bought it wrong in the first place. But no, I'm fine promoting it at that. We've got this little Polaroid DVD. I have the only one. I'm not promoting that one. That's where I draw the line. There's no reason when you literally have the only one. Who am I promoting against? Myself. There's nobody else to promote with. It's my only one. I have the only brand new sealed Polaroid DVD player on eBay. There's used ones on there. There's some that sold that were new, but I have the only brand new one. I paid $10 at my local thrift, listing it for $100 plus shipping. I don't have to promote it. Like I said, it's going to do itself. But say in a week and it doesn't sell, yeah, I'm going to go in and promote it. This little Formula Foreo face scrubby thing, I'm going to promote it. 12%, no chance. 3%, sure. I think, again, I have the only one that was used of this design. So, yeah, sure, eBay, you can have 3% because there's other ones that are listed that there's a lot of this item, but I think I had the only one that was open. I don't know. I will promote it. But that one's one I want to sell fast. I've got a bunch of those. I bought them on Dollar Day at my bin store. So I need to get rid of them. Here we've got an Amazon Kindle. There's a lot of those. Big competition on that. Yes, I will promote this. I need to get rid of it. I'm going to do 5%. Let's go ahead and risk that one a little bit. Promote. You guys, this takes 2 seconds, and you can make the choice of how little you want to put into it or how much you want to put into it. How aggressive do you need to be? If it's a 30-day or more item, go higher on your percentage. Get rid of it. It's sitting there. You don't need to hold it. You don't need to hold it. You want to get rid of it.
All right, you guys. So I'm back at the computer. I wanted to show you what some of these settings are. I know it may look different on mobile, it might look different on laptop, I don't know. But I do a lot of these major changes in my store on a full computer. I've seen there was a reel that said, you know, you're getting old when you have to make big decisions on a big computer. I can't do big decisions on my phone. That's crossed everything. I'm planning vacation. I can't do it from my phone. I have to be on my computer. It's just, that's me. So here I am in my store. I've got 995 items listed right now. So if we go over to promoted listing, so I just want to show you what my setting is currently set at, not how you set it up. So after it's been set up is when you'll be able to see this feature. So if I haven't already in this video, I will be showing you how to go in and start a new promotion. I'll probably do it after this because right now all my stuff is promoted. So I can't go in and promote something to show it to you. So I'm going to go list a few things and then record so I can show you guys how to set up a promoted listing. But of the ones that are already set up, a couple people had mentioned in the last comments to make sure they were asking if I was doing the eBay changes the promoted listing or if I'm setting what the promoted listing is at. And I got confused. I'm like, what are they talking about? And what it is, if I go to edit promoted, there's this one dynamic ad rate. That's actually what she called it too in the comment, where ad rates automatically update to the daily suggested. No, I don't know where that's going to end up. Like that could be a whole, it's kind of scary. I don't want, what would it say? No, it doesn't even tell you. It literally, like today's ad rate is 11. Nope, we'll just keep it at what it was. So no, I do not want eBay to change it one day to 12 and one day to 5. I think there's just too much too much variation. I don't know, less control, and I don't like it. So this ad rate was what it did give me as the suggested when I first listed it. Now, as it just saw, dynamic ad rate told me the rate is now suggested higher. I'm not going in to change it. It's based on when I list it and what it suggested for that day. If I really wanted to, sure, I can go in now and say 11%, but no, why would I do that? That's just silly. So I'm going with whatever the rate was that I suggested was suggested for that day. So this was that other option. For me, it doesn't work. Priority, what is this one? Exclusive, wow, 170% more visibility. What does that do? Campaign target budget. Yeah, no. Again, they're already getting a lot of money, and I'm okay with giving them the extra money. What is this? Opt in to the campaign. I already clicked that. I thought priority fees. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. No, I don't want to do promoted. So we're going with a 0 on that. Okay, so I'm going to close because I don't know what I just clicked and I don't want to change anything. But now you can see what these two different ad options are for promoted. I just keep it simple. So there we go. All right, friends. So I'm here on my eBay store and I went under the campaigns. It was actually coming up with a coupon right now of a 50% off of promoted store fees. Do not do this. So I want to walk through this to show you guys what not to do on eBay. This one looks expensive and I was almost tempted to click it. Don't do this. So I wanted to show you guys real quick that this is not what I'm talking about when I say promoted listings. That's over here. Promote your listings. Promote your store, completely different. So I'm on, like I said, just under the eBay store. It just got to it when I was under edit. I'm hoping this still shows. Edit store, and then it kind of walked me through it. I don't want to do this. So let's go back to what it came up with. It says promote your store. And then down here, I had activated it, yes, but then it's saying, okay, now choose your categories, choose what items. But then the part that I didn't like, set a target daily budget. What is this, eBay? No, I don't want to do this. I'd rather promote per item, not the whole store. I feel like I definitely have to dig into this a little bit more. I'm not completely sure if this would be better or worse, but for right now, don't do this. This looks scary. It looks like something bad could happen for sure. So wanted to hop on here real quick and show you guys this new setting and how I would handle this right now.
I hope you enjoyed that too. Going over to my computer and showing you guys a couple extra pieces of the promoted listing and the other options of promoted listing that is out there, because there's so many ways that eBay wants to make extra money and you don't have to give it to them. That's your choice. Okay, I think I've been talking for about 45 minutes, but the biggest thing that you guys, let me come back over here, is that if your cost is low, your inventory is aging, your goal is to move your products faster, promoted listings absolutely are your jam. If your margins are thin and you're hoping that it will magically sell itself, it won't. So you guys, hope that helped. But I've got to go over these sales with you guys. So let me get this stuff up on the computer, up on the counter here, fill out my spreadsheet and get that started. All right, are you guys ready for my what sold section? Sorry if that one went off for a while, but I feel like there were some really good tips in there and I want to help you guys really take your business to the moon. All right, so we've got 27 items for a total sale of $1,702. Yes, there are promoted listings in there. 90% of them. I will tell you the few that are not promoted. I will also tell you the few that are promoted that probably shouldn't have been. That was just me being silly, but that's okay. No regrets. We're just going to go with it. All right. First up, we've got bone conduction. That's a fun word. Motion headphones. This is the last pair. Sad face. I had like 5 or 6 of them. They took a minute to sell, but they finally, this is the last pair, sold for $20 with the sale, the 20% off that's on my whole store, and a promoted listing. But that's how I got rid of all of them at that point. So the 20%, I think I told you guys that my entire store has been set up for the 20% off sale, which it has been. And whenever I was listing new things, I was having to do math of adding 20% because I knew it was going to go in the 20% sale. I changed my listing. I changed the sale. Like, why have I been doing this the hard way the whole time? So it said 1 day and older automatically goes to 20%, but anything new, it doesn't. So I don't have to spend that extra time mathing it. Oh, that's a lifesaver. But otherwise, this guy sold promoted. I will give you the breakdown at the end of what the total fees are, and I will include the promoted listing fee. So the net sales will actually be accurate, which they always are. I don't lie to you in those. So numbers will be at the end, and that will also include the promoted listing. And then these, I want to say it was $3 day at my bin store. Next up, we've got the LSAT Test Prep 2025. I've got a lot of these. Oh man, I still have 14. Right? Ugh, glasses. 14 available, but now they're slowly going. 1 or 2 a week. I'm happy with it. It is on sale, and I think, I mean, everything in here is going to be on the sale. That's just what it is. But the most of them are on sale when I added the price. So that was the going price. But then there's going to be some that are 20% off of the original price, which really does mean it's on sale. It's hard to say which one it was. If it's a new item, it didn't have to actually be on sale to reach what today's price was. That was me having to do things the hard way. But that's all right. It sold $20 and I paid $1. Every one of these, I would not pay more than $1. I was just on dollar day. I saw them. I'd clear them out. And now I had 20 something of them, but let's get rid of those. $20, paid $1. We got tapes. I love some classic media. And so does this person. The buyer put a note. CDs and tapes forever. Like, apparently they collect them. Yes, this is such a trend right now. The old tapes, old CD players, old iPods, old technology, like Gen Z, hold on, millennials, no, Gen Z, that's the newer ones. They are loving old technology. And it's funny because that was my childhood in all of these old tapes. And now it's like, they're like, oh, this is cool. Let's play with it. It's just funny. But I am all for it. I think it's an amazing technology that kids are wanting, or it's an amazing thing that kids are wanting to get off of their phones and get off of social media and get off of today's brain rot and go back to stuff that works. Like, you want to listen to music, just put it on your iPod. You don't have to put it on YouTube and listen to ads every other song. And no, there's better ways to do it now, and that brings me joy. I paid $1 or $2 at an estate sale. Didn't put it in my spreadsheet. Shame on me. Sold for $16 plus shipping. Promoted, but that's okay. We've got a lot of stuff. Okay, I've got so much of these too. This was another bulk buy. I thought I was going to regret it, but I think it's because of the season. Now we're starting to warm up. I think it was 92 degrees today. Kids literally got into the pool. Technically yesterday they got in, but they were brave. It was like 74, I think. Like, no, that's a polar plunge. I am not touching that water until my toe will not touch until at least 78. Yeah, I'm not touching it at 74. It's cold. Nope. But they were brave. And the fact that they were able to swim at the end of February, like, it's crazy. So our weather's actually supposed to change. It's supposed to get back down to springtime this week. So 70s, which is my happy place. But it's been weird being in the 90s. And I think that's why some of these are going to start selling. It is a Mom Cozy portable stroller fan. These are fun. I have some just for personal use. I've given some to my niece who had her first baby. These are going to be fun. And I just love them. They're little portable, rechargeable fans. So I paid $5 at a bin store in Phoenix. This is an old one. I bought these a while ago. Yeah, I think it was $5. $23, free shipping. That's fine. I'm going to put it in a poly mailer. I actually got some new really cute, fun poly mailers. All right, you guys have to see these. I am obsessed. Obsessed. Like, does that not say Desert Sellers like you've never seen it before? I think they called it like Southwest or something, but come on, it's got cactus and it's just really cute. And I think this is going to fit, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Come on, you can do it. I just love these bags. All right, if he doesn't fit, nope. He won't fit. But you know who will? These little headphone things. He gets my first one. All right, that brings me joy. But I can't seal it because I'm not going to remember what's in it. But I love these little bags. You got to see that. Okay. Where am I going to put it? Phew. All right. We've got An eargasm earplugs. Okay, that is the funniest name of earplugs I've ever heard in my life. Eargasm small ears earplugs. You guys know I love my earplugs, but I do not have these personally. So to somebody, these will bring joy. I want to say it was Dollar Day. Did I put it in my spreadsheet? Eargasm $3 day. All right, I paid up a little bit, but that's okay. I paid $3. It sold for $20 plus shipping, promoted listing. But I think, again, I'm fine. Like this one, while it's a good sale, a good buy, it would have taken longer to sell. It sold that much faster because of the promoted listing. You guys, there's no way I would have had 27 sales this weekend if it wasn't for promoted. That is just proof right there. All right, we've got a hard drive. This was an estate sale that turned out to be amazing. This was next door to a church sale, and the church piggybacked on the community sale because this community was like, I live in a senior area, so they're very restricted on when some of these companies can do estate sales in their neighborhoods depending on the trash day and different things. So this community that it was at, the church had to wait until, I don't even know if they were even allowed to do it or if they had to wait till after trash day. So what they did was they called it a garage sale and tagged it into the community sale on that Saturday, which was wonderful. Otherwise, I think they were going to do it that following Friday because trash is on Thursday, but their sales are always on a Thursday. So to know they would have already had to go to a Friday, it was just a mess. So the fact that they were able to piggyback and go with the community sale was amazing. Did I get anything there? No. It ended up being a dud. But right next door to it was a family run estate, and everything in this house was for sale. I think this was the family that was in town, and it just worked out that it was the community sale day, so they just opened the doors and we got to dig. Oh boy, do I love a sale where you can just dig in. I mean, yes, I'm sorry for their loss. I'm sure that's why they were there, and it is tragic, and I hate that instantly it goes to like the business side when you know somebody's feelings are involved and this is their family's items and heirlooms and all the things. So it's hard. I don't want you to think that I don't care about them, but they're trying to get rid of stuff. They're trying to get it out so that they can move on. They've already gone through all the things that mean stuff to them. At this point, it's just stuff. Like that's what all of it is. We don't get to take any of this with us when we go. So at the end, our family is just stuck with all of it and they need to get rid of it too. So now it gets to go to a new life. So anyways, at the family run one, I filled up a bag and it was $30. Okay. One already sold last week. It was a camera. Another camera is listed for almost $100. I got a cordless Dyson for 15. What else was in there? And then I had 2 hard drives. I think that was everything. The hard drives end up being small potatoes, but that's fine. That Dyson I have listed on local pickup for $150. And then I have both of those cameras were over $100. So even if these are just the small potatoes, that's fine. This is an Apple hard drive. I bought it without looking it up. Yes, we all make that mistake. Hard drives can be really well. And this one was a 2 terabyte. How big were you? No, it's not that big. 640 gigabyte. But it was Apple. I'm like, surely that's got to be worth something. Let's throw it in the bag. So I'm saying cost of good like $3, which I know I didn't even pay that much for it. But we'll say $3. And it sold with promoted. It had to be promoted. This is one that no regrets at all because it wouldn't have sold. It would have taken forever. $15, you guys. Yes, I'm happy it sold. I'm happy it sold fast. Plus shipping. So no loss. Let's just move on. All right, we've got a camera. This, I don't remember. And I didn't put it in my spreadsheet. So, mistake. I'm going to say a $3 cost of good, just for the sake that I don't remember. But it came with the player, and it was definitely at an estate sale. And the headphones. The headphones don't have any ear cuppy things, but that's fine. It is sold as is, 4 parts. Thing didn't work. Sad face. $20. Yes, please. And again, I paid $2 or $3 for it, and off he goes. Promoted listing, and I'm okay with that. We've got a Dockers men's zip up. I do not buy a lot of men's clothes. Or a lot of clothes, period. When I do, it would be men's. Because men have a lot less questions and a lot less returns. Um, I wouldn't buy this again. I don't know why I bought it. Probably because it was cheap and I was desperate. I don't know. It's reversible. So right now it's sitting on the inside out of what's in the picture. But I paid probably $2 or $3 at some kind of estate. I don't know what I was thinking. It's old. It's really old. When did I put this in there? No, it wasn't even in my spreadsheet. So it's got to be at least 3 to 4 years old. It's old. It finally sold as promoted listing. So again, that is why you do promote it, is because you have old stuff that needs to sell. This will move it up to that next line. $15 plus shipping. And the shipping is way too high because this gets to go into a poly mailer. Probably my fun little cactus one. They paid like $15 in shipping. That was a mistake. But they're happy with it. So they were happy to pay $30 for probably a $50 jacket. I don't know. Mistakes happen. All right, we've got an Arlo base station. This was a Savers find. Anytime you find anything Arlo brand, you grab it. This one was $3 at the Savers. It had 2 bags stapled to it. One of those bags was open. Sad face. So I don't know if it was the power that originally went with it or if it was something that was not even related. So I'm looking at the price, and at $3, it was still worth it just for this. It had another bag with an Ethernet cable. I didn't even include it. So that's why I think it was the power for it, and somebody took it. But again, that's fine. I paid $3, knowing that this still sells on his own for $23. This is one of those categories that I didn't need to promote. I didn't need to. It was over 100% sell through. They're pretty rare for just this piece as a replacement. And the fact that it's brand new, no, I didn't have to promote it. But did it help it sell that much faster? Yeah. So, hey, I paid a little bit of promotion, got it out of here that much faster, and we move on. Okay? It is all about moving inventory. We're not hoarders. We're not collectors. We are resellers. We want to get stuff out of here. Do you get every single penny that's on the table? No, but we want to get rid of it. Now we've got room for more stuff. All right, we've got some, make sure that's the right one. Yes, Kodak film. Brand new, still sealed, and very expired. 2009. What year are we in? 2026. So we're talking, okay, don't make me math. Almost 20 years. 17 years old. I mean, does it really expire? We don't know. We don't know. But it still sells, even expired. So I think I had asked ChatGPT if ink expires, and it was talking about as long as it wasn't exposed to light, which it's in a cardboard box, so no light, it should be fine. So people know, if they know how to do film, it doesn't expire. They know what they're doing. They know how to expose and do things with cameras and film. That's what they do. So, all right, I paid 50 cents at a yard sale, and it sold for $28 plus shipping. Was it promoted? Yes, but that's okay. Thank you, eBay. You get a little tip today for selling that as fast as you did. I do not remember buying this. Zero memories of buying this. Oh, you know what it was? It was a viewer. Thank you to that viewer that I don't remember your name right now. This was a viewer. She had messaged me and said that she got this. I just saw Sprouts. That's what made me think of it. She messaged me saying that she loves my channel, and she found this at Sprouts and asked if I wanted it for resale. That she doesn't resell, but she knows there was profit in this, and asked if she could send it to me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so generous. So thank you, thank you. She didn't charge me. She didn't charge me for shipping. So if you're watching this, thank you very much. And I am so sorry I don't remember your name right now. But that's where this came from. And it finally sold. So thank you. Zero cost of good because of an amazing, amazing viewer. And it sold for $36. That's why it wasn't in my spreadsheet. And that's why I don't remember buying it, because I didn't buy it. It was given to me. So thank you. I think, did she give me, no, it was just the one. I thought I might have had 2, but no, it was just the one. And yeah, and it's just going to go into a poly mailer. I've got padded ones, but this doesn't have to be padded. It's just vitamins. All right, we've got some really old shoes. You guys, these shoes are in my spreadsheet from 2022. We are almost 4 years that I have been holding these shoes. Do you think it's promoted listing? Surprisingly, it's not. It wasn't a promoted listing. How in the world did this take 4 years to sell and it didn't even sell as promoted? That's just funny. That's just funny. I don't even have words. I don't even know what the heck I was thinking of buying these. You guys, this was 4 years ago, Jennifer. Would she buy these today? No chance. No chance. And they even paid shipping. Okay, somebody really had to love these shoes and knew they had to have them. I'm hoping they fit them because I don't know. Unless, yeah, it says the size. Size 7M. So they're small feet. They're a women's shoe. I mean, they're in clean condition, other than the dust now for sitting there for 4 years. But they sold for. Oh, wait, what did I even pay for them? They are in my spreadsheet, surprisingly. From 2022. Let's see. Where'd you go? $4. This had to have been at like a church sale or something. $4 sold for 25. So yeah, we still have serious profit in that, plus shipping. That just cracks me up that it wasn't promoted. So that just shows, you guys, of course I paid for a promoted listing on this. It's 4 years old, of course. So the fact that it did not charge me a promoted fee proves that 16 people could have clicked on it, but none of them are the ones that bought it. So I didn't pay a fee. The proof is in the pudding. There's your proof. So don't listen to that other influencer that told you that eBay is changing this, because I talked to eBay and they said, no, it doesn't do that. So, you only know when you know. All right, we've got headphones. Beats. I actually have a lot of Beats. I was using them for testing, and these are hot pink. I mean, they're cute. I paid $4 at a yard sale, but they're worn. So you can see kind of here, this little strip, it's worn. They work. I tested them. I'm not a Beats fan. It's too bassy. It just doesn't sound right to me. I love my Samsung buds because I'm a Samsung holder. I got Samsung watch, Samsung phone. You gotta have the Samsung earbuds. Can't cross over to like eBay or Apple land when you're in Samsung land. So when I had Apple, of course, I had Apple Watch, Apple headphones, Apple things, because they all talk to each other. But I love my Samsung buds. So you guys, they actually have the new ones that just came out, and I'm on the fence of ordering them. We did get the new Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultras on pre-order. I know, spoiled, but we're up for an upgrade from Verizon, and I mean, they call it up for an upgrade. You're still paying for it, but with trading in my 24 Ultra, it's like $10 a month to get the new phone. Yes, please. I mean, come on. The pictures of it are going to be better. When I'm doing my reels, it's going to be better. My listings are going to be better. Everything. So, yeah, high five to Samsung because I'm excited for that new phone. All right. This next item cracks me up. Not a lot of people buy these, and I'll tell you why. Probably out of embarrassment. This one was at a yard sale, and I get to this yard sale, and another reseller was there. I'm not going to say his name in case he watches this channel, but I think he does watch my channel. So he was there. We're talking. We're looking at some stuff, and I see something. But I'm like, there's no way in heck I'm grabbing that right now. Not with him standing right there. Is he going to judge? No. But I don't want to know what he's possibly thinking of this item that I am about to buy. We don't need to go there. We are not at that relationship that we need to go there. So I wait. He pays for his item. He gets out of there. I go back up to the driveway and pay $5 for this back massager. We'll call it that. Yeah, it's a back massager. These sell like hotcakes, you guys, all day long. $5. I run some Clorox wipes, whatever, all over it, and plugged it in, turned it on, made sure it powered on. I'm not going to say tested. No, we're not going there. So I powered it on, it turned on, and it sold within days. Promoted, yes, because I want to get it out of here. It needs to go. Someone obviously needs it. $37 plus shipping. Yes, I'm fine paying promoted. Did I have to? Probably not. It would have sold eventually, especially in the next probably couple weeks, but I'll take a fast sale all day long. And I'm happy to get it out of here before that person knows that I bought it. I don't know. It just cracks me up. I mean, we're all adults here, but it still just makes me laugh. All right, we got some golf stuff somewhere. All right, we got 2 golf clubs, and I've got a lot of golf clubs to list. I've been putting it off because we haven't really been in season. Season's coming, and Jennifer, you got a lot of clubs to list. All right, so first one, we've got this Odyssey. These are a BOLO when it comes to brands of golf clubs. In my description, if you haven't, I've got a list of BOLO brands. Top brands to look for as a reseller. Yours for free in the description. But I'm talking about Ping, TaylorMade, and other ones that are listed on there. I don't think I mentioned Odyssey on that list, but you can put it there. They are putters only. I don't think they make anything but putters. This is a 2-ball putter, and I paid, I think, $10, probably at my thrift store, and it was $50 is what it sold for. Free shipping, but you guys, as long as you have the supplies, you should not be scared to ship golf clubs. I buy my boxes. I recycle 99% of my shipment boxes, but these are worth buying. They're about $2 a box, but it pays for itself. So $50 is what it sold for, minus free shipping, minus the $2 for my box. I'm still a profit of at least $30. Yeah, I've got to minus my fees, my promoted listing fee, all of that. But golf clubs sell fast, especially when they're in season. And as long as you're buying them right, you will get rid of them. And listing them. Yeah, you got to list them. Then we've got, I'll go to this one after, because we keep these in order of least profit to the most profit. If you didn't know that, that's the order I'm going in. We've got complete series of Seinfeld. I paid up. This one was an estate sale that I got to have a pre-sale. So I got to go to that sale before it opened up to the public. And by doing so, I don't want to waste too much of her time. I know that she is there specifically for me to shop. I'm not going to look every single item up. I'd be there for 3 hours. So I have to treat it kind of like I would if it was super busy that day and I got to get through that house. Boxed DVD sets are the one things that I will grab and grab fast. So I already grabbed one, listed it, sold it. I don't remember what it was, but it sold last week. Now this box set, I knew it was going to sell somewhat fast, but I knew after I bought it, I paid too much. I paid $25 each for these box sets. Oh, Star Trek was the other one that sold, I think, 80-ish. This one only sold for $40. That's okay. I knew it would still make its money back, which it did. I'm going to be paying a promoted listing fee on it, but mistakes are made. I made more money on different items that I bought at her sale. So even though this is going to go into like the girl math, the total out the door, I think I paid $120. And I had a tote of stuff, including $100 plus cameras, including that other DVD set, including some tools. Like there was a lot of stuff in there. So yeah, I paid $25 for this, but the profit's in there. I'm still making my money back in a quick, $10? Buy myself a coffee. It's not big. It's not going to take up that much space. And keeping that relationship with that pre-sale so that I keep getting invited to future ones. All right, we've got a red light therapy all the way at the bottom. Okay, let's move these. Oh, but then that's going to be in the way. Woo-wee. I need a bigger space when I'm doing these what solds of 27 items. Red light therapy. It's glorious. This was $15 a day. A brand that is not a popular one. That's why it took so long to sell. I've had this one for, I can tell you exactly, after I get a drink. All right. When did I buy this guy? 10/25. All right, so 5 months ago. It's been sitting, but now with promoted listings, it sold, and $55 free shipping. Again, it's one of those I was probably desperate that day, and then it went on sale and promoted listing. It's fine. Live and learn. Will I buy it again? No, but it's because it was brand new sealed. Anytime you can find beauty products brand new sealed, you grab them. So not a huge profit, but that's okay. All right, we've got a helmet. This guy right here. Again, what was I thinking? I don't know what I was thinking. I must have been desperate. It's an older one. I bought this helmet 2/10/25. So yeah, we are over a year that I've had this. So thank you, promoted listings, for getting rid of this item. I was just looking at it, short-term memory. I paid $5. That was $5 day at my bin store. That's where I got that red light, was at the bins. So $5, and it sold for $47 plus shipping. Out of 5, great. Should I have let it go for a whole year? Nope. Nope. I should have. I don't know what I did. Maybe too much shipping? I don't know. Maybe. Ooh, now I got hiccups. All right. Are we halfway yet? Shoo, this is exhausting. There was a lot today. All right. We've got a fun one. All right. This one is a face massagey thing. It is a micro something facial device. These little boogers are like $200 on Amazon. So dollar a day at my bin store comes along. Sadly, they've learned. Now they pull them all. It just takes one time, and it's over. Like the minute they get something, and we're all clearing it out, that's when they're like, oops, we shouldn't have done that. And then they're starting to pull it up. So they've got a basket of it up front right now, and everything in it's $15. I'm like, that stinks. I liked them for $1, especially because they didn't come with a power cord. So I had to go on Amazon and order a bunch of power cords for them. So for $1 for the item, $4 because there were 2 for $8. So $4 for the power, $5 cost of good. This guy sold for $63. Yes. However, the bad thing about this brand, Foreo, if you do not have the original proof of purchase from a licensed seller, I guess Amazon is one of them, a licensed seller, you cannot use their app. Sad face. I learned that so the little facial things, let me grab another one. These little guys, these are another one. There's a bunch of them, same brand. And I'm like, oh, these are kind of cool. I'm going to keep one, right? Like, you paid $1, Jennifer. Buy yourself something fancy. So I keep it, and I'm trying to get it up on their app because the app will tell you like a schedule and do all kinds of fancy stuff. And it wanted proof of purchase. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't have that. I pushed the little button to get to their tech support, and I'm like, oh, I didn't want to say bins. No one knows what that is. So I'm like, oh, I bought it at Goodwill, and I want to register it. Oh, well, do you have proof of purchase? So I just loaded a random Goodwill receipt, and they said, no, it has to be from a licensed place. I'm like, well, shucks, I got a good deal. I love this. I'm so excited. And like, sorry, you can't use the app, but you can still use it in manual mode. I'm like, well, sad face. For $1, not too bad. But for reselling, I had to put that in the description that these are manual use only. You can't use their app. You can't use all the fun features that it comes with. Unless you can somehow come up with the purchase receipt, which that's on them. But I just need to fully disclose that it is manual use only. So, I don't even know. I mean, it worked. I plugged it in. It did its thing. You just have to... might just need charged. Or you have to download the app still and tell it's turned on. But it doesn't let you do, like, the scheduling stuff with it. I don't know. It's weird. But that's alright. It's sold. It's got its power in here somewhere. Nope, that's not power. I know he pulled it. Alright, I'm going to stick this with it so we don't lose it. And it sold for $63. Yeah, and I paid, we're going to say $5 because it was $1 for this and $4 for the power. All right, we've got a So Clean. This has been a minute. I was buying these very regularly. It's at the bottom. I'm not going to grab it. I was buying them for a while, for like $5 or so at yard sales, and then it like died. I was not selling them at all. And now all of a sudden I'm selling them again. It's funny how that works. Could it be the promoted? It could be. And was I overcharging for shipping? It looks like it. So that's probably why I didn't sell. So fun fact, if you didn't know this, you cannot sell CPAP machines. You can't. They are, I don't know if it's a Vero thing or what it is, the medical device, you can't sell them. So you can sell these because they clean the CPAP machines, the face masks for them. They're not prescription. They're not medical devices. They're just cleaning systems. So these you can sell. These are safe to sell on eBay. And when you can find them for $5 or $10 at a yard sale, grab it. This one sold for almost $40 plus shipping minus the promoted fees. Again, that's fine. All right, this next one goes in the you didn't need to promote it, Jennifer. But I'm not mad. I'm not mad. It sold it that much faster. This guy was another one from that pre-sale, the one that I told you that it's okay that I overpaid on a couple things, knowing all the things that I got at that great deal. So this one here was $2. All the DVDs, all the video games were $2. This is a brand new sealed PlayStation 2 Ratchet game. Like there were Mario games that were brand new sealed. I mean, it's crazy. And then I think it was a Mario Kart and a Mario Brothers. One of them was sealed. The other one still sold really fast. I paid $2 each. So it's like, that's why it's okay that I paid $25 for that and only made $20 because I'm making more money on the other small stuff. It's okay. Did I need to promote it? No. But again, I'm not mad. It sold for $78 plus shipping. And then just to give an idea of what the actual promoted did cost me $11.96. Did I need to give eBay an extra $12 tip? No. Am I mad? No. I would have sold this for a best offer of minus that $11. So, no. I promise, it's still worth it in the end. When you figure 27 items that I would not have sold 27, this probably, yes, that probably would have been part of my sales today. But I love it. All right, go back. Go back. All right, we've got 17 more to go. I'm just kidding. Not 17, but staying hydrated. All right, we've got Bose speakers. Ugh. You guys, I paid $1 at a yard sale for a pair of Bose speakers. There's two of them. This one and one on the floor. I paid $1. That's what the sticker was. I didn't even make an offer. It literally had a garage sale sticker of $1. I love where I live. Yes, they are used. Yes, they are color faded. Where is it? Right here. You can see this was probably on a house that got painted, maybe, or the sun painted it. I don't know, but they're beautiful. And they sold for $55 plus shipping. I paid $1. This might as well have been in a free pile. It cracks me up. Like, I mean, that's amazing. And again, that's why I love where I live. But wow, that was like almost free. That was free money sitting right there. All right, what else we got? Adobe Photoshop, BOLO, yes, especially when it is brand new. Brand new Adobe is rare. It's rare. It's happened. I've had a couple of them in my past, but it's rare. Even used, they're still good. You have to look them up because each model, each version, always different. But this one is a brand new Elements 10, and it sold, promoted listing, but I've had it for a while, $75. I think it's free shipping because it was $83 out of pocket. So either free shipping or it's going media and going really cheap. But that's fine. $78. What did I pay for this? Was it in my spreadsheet? Yeah, $5. But it took a long time to sell. So I'm glad I had the promoted to get rid of it. All right. We've got some aviation headphones. This one was church estate sale at this crazy aviation house. This was I believe he was a former pilot. He had to have been a former pilot, and had so much aviation stuff. This is the house that I told you guys about where I was going in and I'm like, I think I was first or second in line, and there was like 8 Bose players. So I'm like, okay, do I go for the Bose pile, or right next to it is a box that has a bunch of these aviation headphones, some aviation GPS, like Garmin GPSs. Like this box has major gold. Like I have to get that box. But right next to it is a stack of Bose CD players. Which do you go first? I only have 2 hands. Like, what do I do? And I'm like, well, surely I just have to go for the box of gold, right? Like, I can grab one thing and one thing fast. I have to go for that. So, sure enough, by the time I barely make it past the pile of Bose, someone's reaching over and grabbing a stack because he's much stronger and bigger and can grab 6 at one time. I'd be grabbing one at a time and losing very fast. I had to go for this box. And no regrets. I'm very happy with the stuff that was in this box. One ended up not actually being what was in the picture. The picture was just the manual, and the device was not in there. So that's all right. I paid, what, $5 for the whole bag? Like, it's crazy. And I think these might have been next to the bag, and they were maybe $10. Like, it was all right there, and it was just a no-brainer. And then it turns out that I think he bought all 6 of them. And half of them didn't work. And that was my first thought, is like, if somebody has this many, something's wrong with them. And it turns out he was someone who would repair them and replace them and fix them. That was his little side thing. And sure enough, half of them didn't work. So then he's telling me, because he's a reseller, so we talk in line, and he was telling me, he's like, okay, instead of $40 a piece, minus the ones that I lost, now I'm in them like $80 a piece. They're not even worth that. So 0 regrets of going for the pile I went for, and a lot of lessons learned on which pile to go for. If one is like a no-brainer versus one that's a bit risky, go for the no-brainer every time. All right, that other golf club, that's the next one. This one's actually pretty juicy. It's a tailor-made spider putter, very well loved, but lots of life left in it. And I paid $15. This was probably a thrift store find. $15, and it sold for almost $128. Promoted, yes, but I'm happy with it. Let's get it out of here. Like I said, I've got a lot of golf clubs to list, so we need to be shipping a lot of golf clubs. All right. Shoo, we got 2 more. 2 more. We can do it. We can do it. All right. This next one is another one that did not need to be promoted. Nope. But by promoting it, it sold that much faster. It probably would have sold within the next like 2 or 3 days. Like, it was well over 100% sell through. It was in amazing condition. There's no reason it wouldn't have sold. No reason. So that was a silly mistake. Am I mad? No. Do I learn? Yes. When it's a new item that will sell on itself because it's over 100% sell through and it's a no-brainer, it's going to sell that much faster, don't promote it. Or do like the 3% like I did in my little demo. I just was playing with it and promoting everything at ridiculous rates that I didn't have to do. But again, there's enough profit in everything. If there was an extra $10 or $20 I lost, come on. I had a $1,700 weekend. No complaints. No complaints. This one is an Amazon Fire recast. I had never seen this in my life. But you basically get to, it's a DVR for free over-the-air TV made smarter by A-Word. I can't say her name because she's always listening. Just connect your HD antenna to record and replay live TV on your Fire TV, Fire tablet, or Echo Show. Genius! How cool is that? It's like a TiVo for Amazon. How cool. Super cool device. 1 terabyte, so it's a big hard drive, and it's brand new open box. It's glorious. I paid $20 at my local thrift, and it sold for $120. Minus fees. Yes, there we see how much I lost because I should not have promoted it. Let's see. Drum roll. $16. Again, that's okay. Yes, I could have taken that extra $16. Sure, that would have bought me a couple Starbucks or whatever, but it's fine. It's, again, I have this many more sales because of the promoted listing. Did it cost an extra $16? So be it. That's where you guys have to see it's the whole picture, not just one thing at a time. That, yeah, I probably gave them an extra $300 in fees, but I had a $1,700 weekend. When was the last time I filmed a $1,700 weekend? It's been a minute. It's been a minute. So, I'm not mad. We all learn as we go, right? All right, let's go back. And the last, but the best, sale of the weekend goes to something that's a little bit out of my lane, but it's a no-brainer. And that goes to Pyrex, okay? Normally, when I'm finding random Pyrexes that do not bring me joy, I get them for a friend who, they're also kind of dealers, but not dealers. They don't do eBay. They just kind of collect it, and then they'll have some community yard sales, make a few bucks. Sometimes they'll do the markets. They're kind of just playing their own game. So when I can find Pyrex for cheap that are just 1 or 2 pieces, I get that for them. They also find things for me, and we do little tradesies. So that's fine. But this one, I kind of had to keep in my lane. It was one that it's very popular. This color, it's kind of it's blue. It probably has a fancy name for its blue, but it is snowflake, blue and white, snowflake nesting bowls. Okay? Like these are they're beautiful and they just bring me a lot of joy. So I kept them. I'm selling them. Business is business. $8 at a local thrift store. Nope, this was $8 at an estate sale. And I think you guys were there. This was that estate sale that I was really mad because the cameras were overpriced. That's what it was. It was at that house. And that's why I decided to keep these. Because I didn't get anything that morning. Anything at all. I'm like, okay, I gotta pay my bills. So, no, I bought it. I kept it. I sold it fast. Yes, it's promoted, but it took a little longer than I wanted to, so I'm okay with it selling. I've had it for a few weeks, and it sold for $127 plus shipping, and I paid $8 for the set. I was mad that I didn't get any of those cameras, but that's fine. I also got that one broken Bose player the next day on the half price day, because the one player that worked, or no, it didn't work. It was out on the floor. I bought it, or no, I didn't buy it. I brought it up for a price. And then she's like, oh, it's $75. Nope, keep it. So they sold it, and the guy returned it saying it didn't work. So got his money back, and I'm like, oh, I'll give you $5 for it. And they did. It sold that weekend for like 60 something dollars. So yeah, it's okay. I'm glad I was there. I'm glad that I learned that they had that. Then the next day when I went for seeing if those cameras were half off, they weren't. They still wanted like $200 for them. So nope. They keep the cameras, but I got a good looking Pyrex set. I've got lots of padded. I'm going to bubble the bubbles on top of bubbles. Put a lot of padding material, big boxes. It doesn't scare me. It's just going to take a couple extra minutes to pack it. And $130 for an $8 item. No regrets. All right, you guys. That was a doozy. I hope you enjoyed it. I need to go get a cup of tea because my throat is dry. And I hope that this clears the air on all things promoted listing and, kind of a good starting point and when it works for you versus when it's not for you. I loaded this video. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know in the comments because normally I try and keep the videos not 2 hours long, but you can always fast forward if it wasn't a video for you. Zoop! Get to the parts that you want. But if you are the original OGs that watch all of my videos, thank you, because you guys are why I do these videos, and I think that'll wrap it. So grab that BOLO list down below, and I will see you guys on the next video. Take care.